is Austin Aries, Zelina Vega. I don't care. Johnny Gargano wins, and it'd be a travesty if he doesn't.
I'm going to go with Almas.
Come on, man.
Why? Why is that?
Because who cares about Almas? He's the jobber to the stars on NXT.
He won last week. He's got a little momentum going now with Zelina Vega. I think it's going to be a thing.
So it's going to be a thing?
It's going to be a thing.
No Oni Lorcan, no care. Okay, that's where I'm at. We are all Oni. Instead of we're all one, I'm going to get that trending.
Yeah. A little Danny Burch in there, too.
Love me some Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan. It's a matchup with the guys who look and act just like Cesaro. It's a great team. Anyway, so you think Almas wins?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, Hideo Itami versus Aleister Black. I don't think Aleister Black is going to lose just yet. Although with Tommy, this is a tough one. I mean, I would say this is going to be the match of the night. I just don't know that Aleister Black is ready for a loss yet. So I'm going to say Aleister Black wins, although the new heel side of Itami has me intrigued.
Yes, I'll say Aleister Black wins as well. I don't think this is a spot for him to lose. And I think Itami, I can't really tell if they've kind of, I don't want to say given up on him, but I think the potential of him being like a main player in NXT is kind of passed. And he's now settled into a mid-card type role. They just turned him, but I don't think he'll be winning this. It'd be a shame if he did. So I'm going to say Aleister Black wins this match.
Okay, that's going to lead us to the NXT Tag Team title with the Authors of Pain taking on Sanity. This is a tough one. I like the Authors of Pain and I do like Sanity, but this is the first time I can remember in a long time where the NXT Tag title is going to be defended, and I'm not super duper stoked for the match. You know, I mean, they've had such amazing tag teams in NXT. They had Gargano and Ciampa, they had the Revival, they had American Alpha. And now these four guys, they don't seem like they're going to put on that barn burner, show stealer match that, you know, the NXT universe is used to the tag team titles, you know, displaying. So I think you might see a win from Sanity here with some interference from good old EY Eric Young.
Yeah, I don't know. I think unless they're going to try to bring up the Authors of Pain to the main roster, which I don't know if that's happening or not, I would think it's probably too soon for them to do that. I would leave the titles on them. So I'm going to say the Authors of Pain will retain the tag team championships in NXT.
Okay. That's going to lead us to Asuka versus Ember Moon for the NXT Women's Championship. I don't love Ember Moon. I've said that before. However, I do think it's the time for Asuka to drop the title and probably show up at SummerSlam. So my money in this match is on Ember Moon.
Yeah, I think the whole thing has been building to Ember Moon eventually beating Asuka, being the first woman to do that in NXT, and this seems like the time to do that. She had a singles match with her earlier in the year and came up short. Asuka kind of cheated a little bit at the end to win that. She was supposed to have a shot in a four-way at the next takeover, but she was injured, so she was not able to be in that match. She came back from the injury, won a couple matches, and now earned this shot. So I think this is where she's going to win and take the NXT Women's title. Okay,
and the main event of the show is Bobby Roode versus Drew McIntyre for the NXT World Championship. Man, this is a tough one. I don't know really what their long-term plan is with Bobby Roode, if he's going to be a staple for NXT for, you know, months, even year to come, or if they're going to kind of hotshot him up to the main roster. But I feel like at this point he's probably going to be lost in the shuffle. So I think his ideal situation is staying in NXT for a little while longer. I like Drew McIntyre, and they've had a pretty decent build-up for this match. I just don't know if it's too early to put the title on him or not. So I'm going to say Bobby Roode keeps it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. I think they've just kind of started, a build with Roode and McIntyre, and they just transitioned away from Roode and Strong, and they really haven't transitioned away from it completely, I guess, for that matter. So I think that Strong is going to be involved in this in some capacity. I don't know if he'll interfere or something will happen. He still seems to be in the mix of what's going on here. So I think Roode will find a way to hang on to it, and maybe, I don't know if McIntyre or Roddy will be the next champion, but I think that Roode will keep it here for a little bit longer.
I think maybe Roddy taking it from Roode in the NXT after is not out of the question. Can I throw something on the dartboard here and just see if it sticks? I think you might see Fish and O'Reilly interfere in the Aleister Black versus Hideo Itami match. I know there was some rumblings of the NXT doing a Ring of Honor-like stable. Hideo Itami. Kenta was in Ring of Honor for quite some time. And I don't know, maybe we have a little budding heel faction here with Red Dragon and Hideo Itami. You're not seeing it, huh?
That'd be a little weird, I feel like. I could certainly see them interfering in a match with Aleister Black because they both lost to Aleister Black,
right,
as you mentioned. So I can see that happening, whether that's here or not. It's certainly possible. But I don't know. I don't know if Itami fits. I mean, they can still do that. I just don't know if I would like it. But the other thing is, Adam Cole signed with WWE this past week, or at least it was announced that he signed. So, and he was supposed to be starting the NXT brand. And the rumor is that he may be in Brooklyn this weekend. So we'll see if he makes any sort of appearance, whether it's just at ringside or as an official part of the show or not. And that'll be another thing that's interesting for anybody who's a fan of him or ROH. So,
are you more interested in SummerSlam or on NXT?
I'll put it this way: as an overall show, I look forward to NXT more because it's a regular length show. There's fewer matches. I think that'll have overall, for what you're getting, 5 matches in like 2.5 hours. The overall quality will be better,
easier to sit through, I think, as well.
Yeah, but as far as a match that I'm looking forward to, the match I'm looking forward to of the whole weekend the most is the 4-way on Sunday. So I think that's what I would say. I guess from an overall show perspective, I always like the NXT shows because they're manageable and better quality. But
yeah, we've sat down to watch them, and we can watch them, tape to tape without.
Yeah, there's not a lot of stuff to skip there. But on Sunday, there will be some of that. There's going to be some matches you don't want to see and sit through. But
going to be a lot to skip through on Sunday.
But that 4-way, I think, is the best match I'm looking forward to the most of the weekend. Let's put it that way.
That's fair. Now I'm going to throw you a question on air about how you want the rest of this show to go.
All right.
Okay. Do you want to go directly into the SummerSlam predictions, or would we like to talk about the finals of the G1?
I think we should go into the SummerSlam predictions because we're on a roll with our predictions right now.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you wanted to break up the predictions or... All right, so let's go right into the SummerSlam prediction. I brought my binky and my bottle because I feel like I'll be taking a nap at some point during these 12 predictions for SummerSlam. So let's go... want to start at the pre-show and work our way up?
Yeah.
Okay, pre-show. Brock Lesnar... No, I'm just kidding. First match is a return match from 3 days ago. A champion, Akira Tozawa, takes on Neville for the WWE Cruiserweight title. No way Neville can win the title back in 3 days and give Tozawa any legitimacy. So I say Tozawa has to win.
Yeah, I guess he'll win. I think Tozawa will win. I wouldn't be... part of me wondered if they just switched the title at first to put it right back on Neville just to do a quick switch, but now that it's on the pre-show, I'd be surprised if they changed it right back on the pre-show. Not that they won't, because things happen. But we'll say Tozawa keeps it, and maybe they'll go in a little bit of a different direction with the Cruiserweights for a little while after this. We'll see.
Next is going to be the New Day versus the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. And it looks like this, I'm very surprised, this is a pre-show match. The New Day, it's Big E and Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston at ringside against the Usos. I would like to see the Usos take the title back. I don't think they're going to. I would like to see it happen, but I think they're going to keep the titles in the New Day.
Yeah, I think New Day will win. Usos beat the New Day last night on SmackDown. So, and the New Day just won it last month. I don't see them switching it back.
Oh, so they wrestled on SmackDown. So that's 3 matches in 5 days that are on the pay-per-view.
Well, it was a different combination.
Oh, right, you said, I'm sorry. So who was, it was Kofi and who?
I think it was Kofi and Woods, I believe.
Okay. All right. Next, it looks like it's going to be John Cena versus Baron Corbin in a singles match. As you mentioned, Baron Corbin lost any heat he had whatsoever. I don't see a reason for... I don't know. This is weird. If he was to have the briefcase, I would say he would lose this match. Now that he doesn't have the briefcase, kind of all bets are off. And if it's true that they lost faith in him, they're probably not going to have him beat John Cena. So I'm going to say John Cena gets the win here.
Yeah, the other thing is that there's the rumor or the advertisement as Cena being on Raw the Monday after SummerSlam. So you'll also wonder if he's not going to be on SmackDown anymore. Would you have him lose on his quote-unquote way out of SmackDown if he's going to a different show? But the whole Corbin thing is a weird situation now. If he was punished or whatever for what he something that he fell into disfavor for whatever the reasons are, and now he's lost the briefcase, I can't imagine that they would put him over Cena here also at this point. So if they're not planning on pushing Corbin further towards the main event, then I would just probably have Cena win because whatever at this point.
Corbin kind of seems like a butt knocker, huh?
In real life?
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like the friendliest person based on the interviews and stuff or things I've heard.
Do you think he's just living the lone wolf gimmick?
I guess. I don't know. Guy played for the Arizona Cardinals, right? I mean, come on.
I thought he played for the Cardinals? I thought it was the Colts. And everybody knows the Colts suck. That's for you, Keith.
I was going to say.
Yeah. Next, looking at Cesaro and Sheamus versus Ambrose and Rollins for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship. Cesaro and Sheamus are now being referred to as the Bar. That's like a thing. They really are the Bar. So that's
what they tell us.
It's a terrible nickname. But I think Ambrose and Seth Rollins kind of have to win here, unless we're going to get a quick heel turn from one of those two guys. I could see them doing a heel turn with Dean Ambrose and getting him a little bit of heat because his character's been kind of the same for God knows how long. But I think the better alternative, if they are going to turn one of these guys heel, would be to give them the titles first and have them a long run. So I really like the angle. I'm invested in it. I like these guys. They've all had very good matches with each other in singles independently. So I think this match is going to be really strong, and I think Ambrose and Rollins are going to take it.
Yeah, I think that they'll win the tag titles here. You think that one of them would do a heel turn at some point? I don't know that they're doing it here would make sense because, literally last Monday they were just brawling with each other before they ended up getting along in the end. So I don't think that they'll go that route here. I think they've just reunited them. The crowd was really into it. So I think Ambrose and Rollins will win the tag titles.
Okay, that's going to lead us to the Demon Finn Balor against Bray Wyatt. I also have no interest in this match whatsoever. And I just don't see Finn Balor bringing out the Demon and then losing. So it looks like Balor's going to take the win here.
Yeah, they're going to pull that gimmick out of whatever it was for the last year. And he just lost to Wyatt on Monday, so I don't see him losing again with the Demon gimmick. So
if you're going to bring the Demon out, you bring him out at WrestleMania or in a title match. I wouldn't bring him out against a throwaway match against Bray Wyatt in the middle of the show on SummerSlam, but that's just me. Speaking of throwaway match, Big Show versus Big Cass with Enzo Amore suspended high above the ring in a shark cage. Whoa, that's a rough one to sit through, huh? I don't know. Big Cass wins. What do you got for me?
Yeah. He should win. So hopefully he will win.
Yeah.
That's enough for the Big Show.
That's enough for the Big Show.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Next up, we have Randy Orton versus Rusev in a singles match. And another match that he really, to me, has had not very strong build. Rusev got the best of Orton. Didn't he super kick him this week on SmackDown?
That was last week.
I don't know. It's all one long show.
Orton had an RKO on him this week out of nowhere, as they say.
So Rusev wins this match, and he needs to. So I hope Rusev gets a strong victory here. Maybe reunite Lana with Rusev because she's not doing anything.
She's now with Tamina, apparently. So that's her new.
What do you mean, like with Tamina?
I don't know. They're
dating? Or?
No, I don't think that was what happened.
Okay.
It's more of a business relationship, I believe, is the way I took it.
Like Pretty Woman?
Not that kind of business. It seemed like she was going to be more like her manager type situation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't know. I'm torn on this one because Orton's lost the last 3 pay-per-views in a row to Jinder. Rusev just came back and lost a flag match to Cena. So I don't know what the worst thing is, what the thing is to do here, but I'm just going to say Orton wins.
Okay.
Why not?
Fair enough.
Due.
Let's see. That's going to give us the Naomi champion versus Natalya singles match for the WWE Women's Championship. I have no idea. This match, I would like to see Natalya win just because I feel like she has earned the title. She's been working consistently. She might not be the best on the mic. I'll be the first one to tell you that. But I'm a big fan of Natalya, and I don't know if Naomi's really done much with the championship. So I would like to see Natalya win.
Naomi wins. They just made that stupid-looking belt for her with the glow and all that crap. So I don't see them changing it now. I think they're just going to, this is all building up to Carmella cashing in at some point on